Hi guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are this time of the day. It's actually 5 p.m. UK time, and I'm live today again answering all your nursing in the UK questions that you have. Feel free to ask any questions that you have. I'll be here for the next 3 hours. For the next 3 hours, my time is dedicated to my channel. For today, actually, yesterday's live was another one. Yesterday's live was fun. Lots of people came on board. It was great. And today I'm here again. I'm here again to answer any question that you have. So feel free to let the questions start. Let the questions begin. Let the questions flow. If you happen to come across the live, you can share me out on your socials. If you know anyone who is looking forward to migrate to the UK, share me out on your socials. I'm also here for your questions. If you have any question, you can type them and then I will answer you. I think yesterday some people missed the time. Some people actually missed the time because I wrote 5 to 8 UK time. In Ghana, it was 4 to 7. It was 4 to 7 Ghana time. So when we closed, when I just ended the stream and clicked on the end stream, I saw one person comment that he just joined. He had questions, but I couldn't help because I had ended. And there was no way I could, revert what I did. So, yeah, it's not only that person. Actually, some people also DM me that they couldn't join due to one reason or the other. So today I also set up 3 hours from now till 7 Ghana time and then 5 to 8 UK time. Still waiting for questions. As a Nigerian man would say, questions. I'm waiting for any questions. Any questions? Any questions? Anything nursing in the UK? Nursing in the UK. Okay. So you can type in the question, even if it's not a nursing question, and you want to ask, you want to have answers to them, and I can help. Fine. I'm seeing Wambali Modes say hello, welcome Modes. Welcome to my LS. Welcome. Damilola is saying, hi, well done. Thank you, Dami. Yesterday you were here. You were here throughout the live. You had questions, and I hope I helped. I hope I helped in a way to get your questions answered. I hope I helped. Most, you are also welcome to my live. Yesterday and today is all about asking nursing questions. Any question nursing in the UK, either the NHS or the care home, I can help out. I don't know it all though. I don't know it all. We are all still learning, but at least I know something That will be of benefit. So if you have any question, Damilola, thanks for appreciating my efforts. Thanks for appreciating my efforts. You said, yeah, you answered most of my questions yesterday. I really appreciate that. Thank you too. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking your questions. Yesterday, after the live, I still had lots of DM of people asking questions, and I was so exhausted. I was tired, honestly. So I couldn't help in any way. So I just decided to schedule for today too, so that those who missed yesterday can join. Those who missed yesterday can join because they had questions and I couldn't help. I was so exhausted. Okay, so Maud is saying, please tell me about applying immediately after graduation. Okay, so Maud, you can apply. Let me see. Emmanuel is also saying thanks so much for yesterday. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. And thank you also for joining. It was really informative. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for appreciating my effort. So back to Maud, your question. Immediately after graduation, yes, you can apply. Initially, the NMC of UK was asking for 1 year of work experience before applying to, register with the NMC of UK. But I think prior to the COVID, a lot of things change, and you can work straight from school without any experience, provided you have your license. You should have a valid license from your home country. So if you have your license from your home country, then applying is not a problem at all, because now people are needed like so much. Nurses are needed day in, day out. It's really that prompt. So now they have scraped off the work experience. You don't need to have any experience. You can apply straight from school. Once you pass your IELTS, you pass your CBT exam, so you have your decision letter, yes, you can apply straight with the NMC of UK and you move. You don't need any experience. And I always say that that is even the best decision, the best, to move straight from school, because some of us look back at the wasted years and time and we regret, honestly, we regret like spending so much time to move. I completed school in 2012, had my diploma, further did my degree. So it was when I was doing my degree that I told myself that this degree has to get something better to do. I can't waste it. So I started taking my IELTS and all those exams. I started preparing for them. So if I had known earlier, maybe I would have been here a long time. But it's still not late. It's still not late. So yes, right from school is even the best. You have lots of energy, you have lots of years that you can work, you can make money, you can be a billionaire fast. Like you can make money fast, you can do well fast. So yes, right from school is a very best decision. Okay, so more to say, let me subscribe. Okay, go ahead and subscribe so I wouldn't miss out on me anytime I upload. So Damiela is saying, I like to know the exact gestational age a pregnant nurse working at the NHS must go for her maternity leave. Actually, it all depends on you, the strength that you have throughout the period of your gestation. Here they don't put tighter measures on you like that. And it all depends on your relationship also with your line manager and how strong you are, how fit you are to work. Some people's gestation, take longer than others. For me, like this, I can carry pregnancy for 42 weeks plus days, and I'll still be carrying, and I'll still be strong and fit to work. So it all depends on you. Some carry for 36, 37, 38. If you feel you want to go on maternity leave, at the time I want to go on the leave, you just fill the form and then you give it to your line manager or whoever is present that you have to give to. So you don't really like pressurize you to go at this particular age. Most of the people, it depends on you and how fit you are to work. But from 38 weeks, most women deliver from 38 weeks. So most of them think from 38 weeks, they are not so fit to continue. So from 38 weeks, you can put in your application and there you go. So 38, 39. But if you're like me, that I can carry for 40, 41 going, I like to work up to 40 weeks so that the rest will just be, my departure time. So yeah, it all depends on you and how you want to work and how you want to go about it. Okay. So Moss is asking after cases whereby we get our license after an extra year of internship, making an extra year, is the license still required, or I can use my results in school? You actually need the license. The license above everything, especially for your NMC registration. So what I advise is that if you want to start the process straight after getting your license, it's advisable to start learning whilst you are waiting for your license. In Ghana too is the same. Our license can take up to a year after completion and after passing your exam to get that certificate of the license. So it's advisable to start preparing for your English language test, which is the most difficult hurdle to cross. Can give yourself a lot of time to learn, and the exam is valid for 2 years. Both the IELTS or the OET and the CBT are all valid for 2 years. So you can write it early, pass. By that time, your license would also be on its way to being ready. So it's better to start preparing early. If you want to wait to get the license before you start the process, it can take things a little bit, further. So you can start the learning right from the word go while you wait for a license. But if you have passed the exams already, then you have to wait for a license to be able to register with the NMC of UK, because as part of their requirements, you should be a nurse already in your country. And what shows that you are a nurse already is to have your license. That is the only thing that shows. Though they will take your certificate and other things, but a license is like the strongest document amongst all the other things that they'll be requesting for. And they also need verification from your NMC in your country that you are truly registered. They ask them to forward your documents to them directly on your behalf. So if you are not licensed, your NMC cannot forward those documents, and they can't also process your application. So it's better you get your license, yes, before you actually start the process. Mods, please, have I answered your question? If I've answered you, let me know. Okay. Anita Jazz 256 is in the building. And we say hello, host. Hi, Anita. Hi. Thank you for passing by. Thanks for stopping by on my LS. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. If you just joined and you have any questions, you can ask. You can also share me out. Yes, Anita is in the house. Thank you so much, Anita. Thank you so much for always stopping by. Thank you. I really appreciate your presence. I really appreciate your presence in the house. Thank you. Damilola is saying, thank you so much. What are the job descriptions for a pre-registered nurse on a medical ward in the NHS? It's not really different from what we know. Pre-registered nurse is just like a health assistant or healthcare assistant, HCA, as we call it in our home countries. So you work mostly under supervision, because trust me, you know much. You are a nurse. You are already a registered nurse in your country. But because of circumstances, you are coming here to work as a pre-registered nurse briefly. At most by 2 months, you are getting your PIN. So that pre-registration period is just a brief moment. And at that time, you are working under supervision. So they give you a mentor on the ward. Your line manager gives you what we call the mentor. So this mentor is supposed to train you, or is responsible for training you or teaching you anything that you are supposed to do on the ward. So for that period, you are not alone. You do everything under supervision. And trust me, no matter how much you know, there are still a lot to learn, because the system here is so way different from the system we know in our countries. And even if you are from an advanced country coming to work here, there is still a lot to learn. So the pre-registration period is you under in a like a sort of apprenticeship. Okay. So on a medical ward like this, We administer medication. We take our vital signs. We document whatever we do, our feeding and everything. But with this registration period, you are under observation. So you are being observed by your mentor or by your registered nurses who are around. They're actually cross-checking everything you do. If it's medication that you are giving, you are not left on your own to do it. They are with you to teach you what to do and what not to do. Everything you do, so that you don't run into trouble the next minute. So they are with you throughout this period till the time that you get your PIN and you are able to be left to run the ward independently. So until then, you are with them. You do your medications just like any other medical ward. Your feeding, your cannulations, and everything, but under supervision, under strict supervision, because the medications are not things that maybe you are familiar with from your home country. So that is that for the pre-registered nurse. Anita is saying, hi. He said, host, my question is, I'd like to come to UK. Can you tell me how? Okay, Anita, I think it depends on what you are coming to do or what you do already. What I know is for only nurses or healthcare workers. Okay, so it's for only nurses, healthcare workers that I know, because it's like now they are the most required, and they are the ones who are mostly sponsored easily. If you want sponsorship as a healthcare worker to work in the UK, it's very easy. You just go ahead and write your exam. So if Anita, if you're a healthcare worker, then it's simple. I can just link you up with some of the videos that I've done already, so that you can just go and work or check them out. But you can also come as a student. There is also a route that you can come as a student. That's on a tier 4 visa. Or you have a dependent here who has papers like a citizen, who can actually use his or her papers to apply for you as a dependent. So there are lots of routes. But for now, if you are not a healthcare worker, the easiest route is also to come through education. So you go online, look for schools, you apply. If you qualify and they pick you up, you come to school on a tier 4 visa. And after the tier 4 visa, you can switch to your tier 2, which is the ones that we are using, so that you can get a residency and continue working. Okay, so Anita, let me know which category you fall so that I can know how exactly I can help. So Esther Gab is asking, Esther Gab, you are welcome to my LS. You are welcome. You're asking how I'm doing. I'm so well. I'm fine. Thank you. Thanks so much for asking. Yeah, saying you're late. No, you're not late. I started just 18 minutes ago. I just started 18 minutes ago. So you are not late at all. Okay. You are still within the time. Okay. So please don't be sad. Don't be sad. You are still within time. I just started. And it's for 3 hours. I'm doing it for 3 hours, so there's still a lot of time. I have more than 2 hours, 30 minutes of this live that I'm doing. Okay, so you're not late. Okay, so Mort is asking, can a provisional license work? We have provisional license for the 1 year internship after 4 years of school. Well, I am already working on IELTS. Thank you. Hope I'm not dominating this. You are not. Actually, that's the reason why I came live. Because there are some questions that you can ask. I may not be able to do an entire video on one question. Okay? As you're asking, I can't do an entire video on just one question. So that's why I'm doing the live, so that I can ask. So please, you're not dominating, okay? You are asking, and I like that because it keeps the live going, it keeps the conversation running. So you have a provisional license and you are working on IELTS. My advice is that you work on the IELTS and pass. By the time you pass, you would have gotten your actual license. You would have gotten your actual license, because the provisional one, is not a solid document. It's not concrete. Okay. And with that, well, I don't know if the NMC in your country can actually, if the NMC in your country can, verify you with the provisional. But in Ghana, I know they can't verify you on a provisional license. You can't use it. But some people maybe can use it. So you can ask around your country's NMC to know if they will accept it, okay? But my advice is that you keep working on the IELTS, keep writing it. By the time you pass your IELTS, you would have gotten your actual license so that you carry on with the next phase, okay? Yeah. So Anita is saying that, yes, host, I'm a community healthy promoter. Am I a health worker? Well, in this category, the health workers they are specific about is health workers who have diploma or degree above. So if you have a diploma or degree in this field, okay, if you have a diploma or degree in this field, then you can give it a try. Then you can give it a try. You can give it a try. Okay, if you have a diploma or a degree, if you're a diploma or a degree, you can actually give it a try to see how it goes. Okay, so Esther is saying, please, I want you to go back to Wamblebi's question. Tell me about applying as a new graduate. Okay, I was saying that you can apply as a new graduate, yes, without experience, because initially the NMC of UK needed you to have at least 1 year of experience before you can apply to work or to practice in the UK. But now it has changed. You don't need any experience to work here in the UK as an overseas nurse. So you don't need experience, you can work. You don't need any experience, you can work. So right from school, if you have your license, which is valid, you can use it for the NMC application. But if you don't, maybe you just graduated, you are waiting on getting your PIN, you are waiting on getting the license from your home country. Because without the license from your home country, you can't do a successful application with the NMC of UK. So whilst you wait to get your PIN for your license, or to get your PIN, which is the license from your home country, you can work on getting your IELTS or OET. So by the time you get this IELTS or OET, your PIN would have been ready so that you do your application. But now work experience is not needed. You don't need any work experience to work here in the UK. Okay, so you can apply as a new grad. Once you have your PIN, you can apply, yes, as a new fresh, and that is even beautiful because you are starting life like on a new grounds, on a very smooth, journey. Some of ours have been very rough, like from where we came from. I worked in Ghana for 6 years before I moved. The 6 years doesn't include my national service and all those things. Like work itself, posted full time for 6 years, and it wasn't a smooth one at all. So if we had knew of this opportunity earlier, we would have, like looked sharp. So if you have the opportunity, you can grasp it with both hands, and it's going to be of benefit to you. Okay, so you're saying thank you. Okay, you are also always welcome. Anita is saying, oh no, it's a certificate. Oh, then Anita, my advice would be that, Anita, which country are you? Which country are you in, Anita? Which country are you? If you are in a country where getting a diploma or degree in any health related program is easier, I would advise that you get a diploma or degree in nursing, preferably either mental health nursing or general nursing. Okay, you are in Oman. Okay, so ask if getting a nursing diploma or degree is easier, you can use that route. Get a nursing diploma or degree, and then you can use it, because with certificate programs, they need a training that has 3 years of education. So the qualification you are using should have at least 3 years of schooling, because you need some requirements that you have to meet: clinical skills, practicals, and all those things, and credit points, your credit points in school. They need all those things, your clinicals that you attended. So the certificate doesn't meet the requirements. That's why they take diploma and above. Okay, for UK, they take diploma. Some countries don't even take the diploma at all. They take degree, but UK takes diploma. So you can do any health-related program that is diploma or degree. Okay, so that you can use it. Mods is saying, how do you study for your IELTS? Guide me on how you did it. More so about listening, the parts. Okay, I wrote IELTS. I don't know if yesterday. I'm not sure you were here. Modes, I'm not sure you were here yesterday. I wrote IELTS twice. I wrote IELTS British Council. I wrote IELTS IDP, and then I wrote OET. And it was the OET that I passed. I had the UK required band score from the OET I wrote. The IELTS I wrote, though my listening was good, I had 8.5 in listening. I had 7 in writing. I had 7.5 in speaking. It was only the reading that I had 6. It could have landed me in US, but I was still interested in the UK, so I had to retake another exam, and I chose to write the OET. So yes, I have some experience with IELTS. With IELTS listening, what I did to get my 8.5, I was doing lots of listening of BBC News, and I like listening to podcasts. So BBC News was my friend because of the accent. The accents vary from country to country. So some of the things that we pronounce may be different from things that like the white people pronounce. So I was listening to more of BBC News. I was listening to podcasts from foreigners. So some of these, sermons and programs or presentations that they do, I was listening to them. And one thing also I was doing is I was practicing more. I was doing lots of practicing. I actually downloaded Cambridge. I had Cambridge 1 to 14. Then at that time, I had Cambridge 1 to 14. And, I would listen to all the tapes. I started by listening to the tapes without solving them. So I just listen and then follow the pattern on how the questions go. We have how the questions go. We have the mapping, the diagrams, and all that. I have to locate. So I was just doing that, looking at how I can locate my answers. And, sometimes the sentence comes and then the answer, they leave a space for you to provide the answer. But when they are speaking, they don't speak exactly as the sentence comes. They can change or turn the question upside down. So you have to also learn how to do paraphrasing or learn how to rephrase sentences, and also learn about synonyms, because there are some of the words that they will pronounce. It's not the exact word you see in the passage or in the reading that you are doing. You see the synonym of the word they actually mentioned. Okay, so first thing is do lots of listening with podcasts, BBC, this foreign news to get used to the accent. Number 2, practice lots, practice more with different materials, from different scopes. So I get a general overview of how everything is. Don't limit yourself to study materials. So use a variety of practicing materials so that you get hold of how each module or how the questions present at each time. And then learn about paraphrasing and using of synonyms. So learn about synonyms, words, and then their nearest meaning. Maybe this word, they've said this. What is the exact meaning of this word, or what is another word that can replace this word? So these are some of the things that I did to help me a lot. And then as time was going, I started using time management. So I used time to actually answer the questions. So if it's 30 minutes that I'm using for the listening, it's 30 minutes. Once the recording ends, I don't go back to play the tape again to look for that. No, once I'm done, I'm done. I play it once. If I don't get the answer, I'm wrong. If I get it, I'm right. So you just play it once, because on Thursday, they're not going to play it twice for you. It's just once. They are going to, play for you. So these are some of the things that helped me. So Esther is saying, thanks so much. You are loved. Thank you too. Thank you so much for appreciating me, for appreciating my effort. Anita is saying, can I learn it from online and where? Anita, with these programs, they don't require you to do them online, especially with diplomas and degrees. They mostly want you to do it face to face, especially with nursing. Nursing is not something that I can learn online because some things are practical. You have to go on, or on the job. Like you have to go, if it's a ward, you have to get some clinical experiences that you will need. So you can't do it online. So please check with the country that you are. You can go online. There's the school's website. Then you get it from there. You get how they do their programs. Okay, but it has to be a traditional schooling, the classroom type of schooling, so that you can get that clinical experience and that point that the NMC of UK needs. Okay. So Anita is again saying that, host, the truth is I have 3 kids. I just want to come to UK for a good living. If you know any way which can lead me to UK, please let me know. Then the best way is education. Anita, in your case, the best way is education. So, but education too is expensive. Coming to school here is expensive. So what you can do to help yourself, you can go online, okay? Check for schools in UK, depending on the program you want to do. So you check for schools in UK. When you get these schools, you apply for the schools. If they give you admission, you go for a visa interview, you get a visa, and then you come on a tier 4 visa. But you cannot come with the children. You have to leave them. After you finish the school, then you can switch to a tier 2 visa, which can warrant you to bring your family. Then you can bring the children. Okay. There's live actually in UK. There is live in UK. So if you really want to come, then it's something I will encourage you. You can choose the education route since you don't have the certificate for the tier 2 routes. Okay. So Mords is saying thank you. You are always welcome. But again, Anita, if I hear of any other way that you can come through, I'll let you know. If I hear of any other way that you can come through, of course, I'll let you know. You are saying that, yeah, I'll let you know. Okay. Esther Gab is saying that concerning the period of training, NMC of UK confirmed to me that it doesn't matter the number of years you spend in your training institution, as far as the training can make you a registered nurse to the board. Yes, it doesn't matter of the years, but I'm not sure there is no training that is diploma that is less than 3 years. There is no training that is diploma and that is less than 3 years. Because in Ghana, like this, diploma is 3 years. And if you want a degree from the diploma, you do a top up of 2 years. That one is also good. It is recognized because you have, the basics already and you are just doing a top up. That is what I did actually. So I had my 3 years diploma and I just did a top up and got my 2 years. I did a 2 years degree and then I got it. So they will tell you that the number of years you spent in training doesn't matter. But it matters because you can't use less than 3 years to get a diploma or a degree. So yes, it doesn't matter, but it matters because to meet a diploma qualification for any school, nursing, at least you need to be in school for 3 years. You can't do nursing for less than 3 years and get a diploma or a degree in any country. I'm not sure. So Esther is asking again that nursing in your country, where did you train? I trained in Ghana. I don't know, maybe you've not been following me like for some time. I trained in Ghana. I did my diploma in Ghana. I did my degree also in Ghana. So I did my diploma from 2012, from 2009, and then I completed in 2012. Then I started, having a family. So I decided to take a break off school. So I didn't go to school for a while. I was just, with the family and working at the same time. Then at a point, I realized that I needed to further. So I chose to do the degree. So I applied to do the degree and it was 2 years. Some of the schools in Ghana also do 3 years to get a degree when you have the diploma already. But I chose the 2 years because I wanted to do it fast. So after the 2 years, I had my BSc. And before I could graduate, I was already planning on moving. So I started my IELTS and everything. So right after graduation, I had my certificate. I already had my IELTS and those things, and then I moved. Okay, so that is it. Anita is saying education, I'm out. It's also one of the simplest routes you can use. But if you're not interested in education, then maybe we'll look at something else. So I'll let you know. Anita, I'll let you know if I hear of any opportunity aside the nursing education that I know. If you're a skilled worker, it would have been easier for you. But since you don't have any of these things, definitely I'll let you know if I have any, opportunity that I hear of. Okay. Damilola is saying you have a question. You have a question I've not answered. Oh, I'm sorry. Please, can you come again? Because I think I answered the questions one after the other. I answered them one after the other. So please, if there is a question I have missed from you, you can kindly come again, okay? You said you have a question I should check, please. Come again. I didn't get you, okay? Come again. I didn't get your question at all. Maybe I missed, or maybe I answered and you weren't listening. Okay, so please come again. Okay, so Mods is asking Esther, does that mean even if you have no license, does that mean you have no license now? Can they call school NMC my county to confirm whether the qualification made me register? Mods, I'm not getting that question you are asking Esther. I'm not getting the question you're asking Esther. So if you can come again. I don't know if you want to ask whether they will call your school to confirm whether you have really trained with them. If that's your question, let me know. And if that's the question, yes. Most of the time, they contact your school. The NMC application actually gives you a form to take to your school for the school to fill. They have a portion that they will fill to confirm that you trained with them, and then they add your transcripts and things and send it to the NMC of UK. So, yeah, they will definitely confirm. They will confirm also with your workplace through the referee that you submit. Okay, that one is the employer that will do that. Your employer will call your referee or email them and send them a form to fill on your behalf to be sure that you are actually working or you know the referee, you have a nursing qualification as you claim. So yes, that is it. So Mort is asking, which part of UK are you? Okay, I'm in Kent, Ashford, in England. I'm in Ashford in England and I work with the NHS. I think I answered all those questions yesterday, but since you were not around, I'm answering you again. I'm in Ashford, Kent, which is a very beautiful city. It's just an hour away from London. It's just an hour away from London. Okay, so that is where I am based. Okay, that's where I am based. Sadat, you're welcome. Sadat, you're welcome. You're so welcome to my LS. Sadat actually topped yesterday's chat. He took over the whole thing and it was so beautiful. Had lots of questions to ask, and he kept the conversation going. So you are not late at all. I started just 38 minutes ago. So I still have 2 hours and 12 minutes. Oh no, 22 minutes to end. So you are just on time. Okay, you are just on time. Okay. Damilola is saying, I already got a job at Wolverhampton Hospital. Okay, that's brilliant. So it means you've passed. Damilola, if I'm getting you right, it means you've passed. You've passed your IELTS already. You've passed your CBT. You have a decision letter, and you've gotten an offer with this hospital that you are saying. Is that what you want to say? If that's what you want to say, that it's a brilliant idea. It's also a good place. Nowhere in UK is bad, actually. Nowhere in UK is bad. And I always say that get here first. If you think where you are going is not where you want to be, you go first. Because the fact that you've gotten that opportunity is a very good step. People are looking for it and they're not getting. So if you've had that opportunity, go for it. Go for no matter where it is. Northern Ireland, Scotland, wherever. I even have friends in London who now want to come outside London because the cost of living there is high. So if you've gotten a place like that, go for it. If you go and you think you don't like it, it's a contract. You can change at any time that you want. Okay, you can change at any time that you want. So Moch is asking, how is rent in that area? In my area, actually nowhere in England, especially nowhere in England is cheap. Nowhere in England is cheap. So it's not cheap. Because my auntie stays in London. The other day we were comparing rent. My auntie stays in London and her rent is just like here. Her rent she pays there is just like here. You can get a studio apartment. A studio apartment is one bed with a hall and maybe a lounge or something at 800 cedis. Sorry, 800 pounds per month. 800 pounds per month. So it's not cheap at all. Compared to Northern Ireland and Scotland. Northern Ireland and Scotland is better. Northern Ireland and Scotland don't pay council tax. They don't pay, but England we pay. So those areas are better in terms of cost of living and expenses. And those places, rent is cheap. Rent is cheaper there because I have a friend in Northern Ireland who lives in a 4-bedroom apartment for 500 pounds per month. And I always look at her and I'm like, I envy you. Because that 500 pounds there can give you a shared apartment where I am. You can only use that money to get a shared apartment. Or at most, a 1-bedroom flat. Even that one, you will really struggle to get it. Okay, so rent here is expensive. But once, you are disciplined in the other things, like your clothing, your hair, food, and those things, you can save at that time. Okay, so that is it. Then we are saying yes. Okay, so I guess maybe I answered you. Anita is saying, host, my last question is, I never see you in my house. Why? Anita, I'll pass by definitely. I will definitely pass by. Sometimes work up, down. It's crazy. Sometimes it really gets crazy. Sometimes I watch, but I don't comment. Commenting, if I don't comment, doesn't mean I don't watch your video. Because YouTube is my home. I'm not a fan of TV. So I watch YouTube a lot. That is where I have my fun and all that. So sometimes I watch the video and I don't comment. But if you want me to watch and comment, let me know so that I'll comment on your channel, okay? Yeah. If you want me to watch and comment, I'll watch and comment for you. So Sadat Ibrahim is saying that, is there a difference in the salary for NHS in England and Northern Ireland? I am not sure. Because when I looked at the NHS pay scale for 2020, I didn't see any difference in location, apart from London, which has a little bit higher rate than other parts of England. I didn't see any higher rates in terms of NHS. But sometimes with the care homes, sometimes if you're in England, some pay you more. Some pay you more, but with NHS, I doubt. I think it cuts across. It's like a pay scale for everyone in the NHS, irrespective of your location. They don't mind whether you are paying council tax or not. They are giving you your salary. So, yeah, the salary is the same. Okay, the salary is the same. Damilola, you're saying, I didn't read your question to the end. Oh my goodness. Which question? Is it a question that you asked about? Please, what question? Come again. I'm begging you, please. Come again, okay? Come again with your question. Because, yeah. Come again with your question, I beg. Come again. Anita, I say I understand you work first. Yes. Work first. Sometimes, we have a little bit of time to do other things. It's not always work, like you will not play. There's time to play. And me, during my time of playing, I I play. I go online, look for other content creators. I learn from them. I look at what they are doing that can make me also better in my area. Then I also, if I can incorporate it, fine. If I can't, I just give them the thumbs up for them to go ahead. Sometimes I watch the video and I don't give comments. I'll just watch and appreciate the beauty and everything of it without giving comments. Yeah, but work first. But aside work, when it's play, it's play. So that is saying that I'm actually considering going to Northern Ireland because I'm actually considering going to Northern Ireland because of the serene nature of the place. You know, all these places have their own things. Northern Ireland is serene, but the weather is dry. The weather is windy more than in England. It's rainy. Those there will say it's really rainy, but it's a nice place. It's serene. And if you are just starting life and you don't want to throw money about, waste so much money, it's a good place to start. It's actually a good place to start because you have more, chances of saving. You have more chances of saving. So it's a very serene place, though. It's also a serene place. And with you, the man, you don't have a problem. Once you get there, you can drive. Even if the weather is not good and you have your car, you can drive around. You are okay, you are good to go. If you can't drive, to look for a place that is closer to the accommodation you are going to, be living in, so that you don't have to be out most of the times when the weather is not good. Okay, so yeah. Manita is asking that, don't you people hire housemaids from out? I just want to come there and earn pounds and dollars. Oh, Anita, sometimes getting a help from outside is difficult. It depends on the kind of visa you have. It depends on the kind of visa the person who wants the help has. If the person has settled already, bringing somebody is not difficult at all. And sometimes with the way, the cost of bringing somebody from outside and the cost of getting somebody who is already here, you are just going to get the person and pay. There are agencies who are also recruiting helps, or who are also supplying people with helps. So that's the way the cost that they will bring you with, and then they compare to the cost that they will spend on somebody who is already here. So most of the time they prefer people who are already here. And sometimes people are comfortable with people they know already. So sometimes the person knows somebody already, maybe a family relative, a friend, or somebody already, and the person thinks this person can be of help. They would rather bring those people than a neutral person that they don't know at all from overseas. So yeah, that is that about it. Okay. As for the pounds and dollars, if you want to earn, there are numerous ways of earning it. You can go online, even if it's not in UK. You can get other countries that maybe have other systems that they use that can maybe benefit you. Okay. I've not. Mod is asking, how long have you been in the UK? I moved in just in 2020. I've not been here for long at all. I've not been here for long at all. As I always say, that I'm still a learner. There are a lot of things that I'm still getting used to. There are lots of things. Yesterday, somebody was asking about driving, and I told the person that I don't know about driving. I don't know so much about what goes into driving because I don't drive myself. I don't drive for now. I don't drive. I don't know much about driving and all that. But what I know is what people have experienced already and they are telling me. So it's like a reported speech. The insurances that they have to pay, how they fuel their car, how they maintain, how they go about it, and all that. So they are reported speech. It's not something that is personally from me. Okay, so most of the things that I say, some are reported speech from people who have experienced more than me. I mean, we'll also learn from people. But because of the purpose of my channel, sharing with people, I love to learn a lot. So I go to people who have experienced more than me, and then they tell me what their ordeals were. And I think yesterday I was even I was saying it on my channel, I was saying it on the live, yesterday's live, that I'll try and incorporate other people who have been here more than me. Maybe in some videos that I'll be doing, if there are times that they need to share their experience and I feel they know more than maybe what I will say, I'll try to incorporate them at a point. Okay. So yeah. So that is asking, can you give me a rough estimate of the NHS salary per month? I answered this yesterday, but maybe you were not around. The NHS salary for a month, maybe I'll do a video on that. When you come in first, you are coming in as a pre-registered nurse and you are going to work and take salary. And at that time of your pre-registration, you are taking something between 1,700 to 1,800 as a pre-registered nurse. Okay. So the pre-registered nurse is the band 4 nurse with, let's say, no experience. You are considered to be under internship, but you still have to work and earn. So in a year, you are getting something like £21,000 per annum in a year. So you divide it into 12 for a month, and you're getting something around 1,700 to 1,800 as a pre-registered nurse. Once you pass your OSCE, you are moved to the scale of a band 5 or to a registered nurse. You can take something around £2,000, 2,100, 2,000 to £2,100 per month. So that's what you'll be taking as a band 5 nurse. But the more you work, the more you earn. So maybe you think you are energetic, you are stronger. Instead of the 37.5 hours in a week, you can do more. You can take up more roles, from maybe the care home, from your own workplace. You can sign up as a bank shift, can work as bank or as an agency, can do overtime. You can take up night or weekend duties, elsewhere, holidays. Those ones also come with their rates and enhancements. So if you are doing this shift, at the end of the month, you are going to get more than what I've mentioned. But basically, if you are not doing anything, yours is just to do the work, your 37.5 hours a week, which is 3 days in a week, they are going to get something around 2,000 to 2,100 pounds per month. Okay. So that I hope I've answered you. Manita is saying I should connect you with those agents. Unfortunately, I don't know no agents for now. I don't know no agents because I've never thought of house help at all. I've never thought of house help at all. But you can go online and check. You can Google. You can search on Google to see. You can search on Google to see if there is anyone looking for house helps who are willing to bring you from overseas into the UK. Then you can go for it. Though I know that most of them actually prefer people who are already here. It's easier coping with somebody who is already here because you don't have to spend much in bringing those people. How do you search? Google. Google, you search for agencies who employ house helps or who employ house aides. If there is any, Google will show it out to you. If there is any agency like that who helps people from overseas, like straight, you can just come from overseas and come and work, then fine. Google is going to tell you. Like Google is the last, the Oga Pata Pata sort of, is the lender of last resort. So if Google says yes, there is, then it means there definitely is. Okay, so yeah, that's one way to go about it. I hope I've answered you. Ania. Okay, they said okay. Okay, so if you search, let me know the outcome of your search. Let me know the outcome of your search. Let me know the outcome of your search, okay? But I always say that there are others too who are doing well where they found themselves, either being in the UK or wherever. There are some also doing well wherever they find themselves. I have mates in Ghana who are doing well, who are doing so well, and they don't have the slightest, like mindset to migrate. They don't have anything. They don't have anything at the back of their mind that makes them interested in migrating. Okay, so yeah, that is that. That is that about it. That is that about it. Okay. Okay, so Sadat is asking, how long did your journey to the UK take? Someone might be motivated with your story. How long? The journey is not smooth. The journey is not smooth, especially when looking for agencies. I worked with some agencies that were not helping at all. At all. Some will promise you heaven and earth and everything. At the end of the day, I know other people who took a year. I had a friend who passed IELTS in December last year, and she's still in Ghana. So, this journey is an individualized. The reason why most of the times I don't say that I use this time. Somebody will say, oh, then if I don't also use this time, it means I'm failing. No. I used, I think, about 5 months. Yeah, about 5 months, roughly. Because you get this agent, they don't get you what you want. You switch. You get this one, is something else. You turn. So it's that kind of up and down until you get, so by I think 5 months. Yeah. And mine too, I was part of the old system, the system before they changed to the new one. So, my decision letter delayed. I posted my documents and I don't know what happened. I called to follow up after 35 days of waiting, and the NMC told me they left, they couldn't find one of my documents. So I had to tell them that it was parts. I did all as one. It was one document I sent, so they should open it. Before they later got back and told me they've seen it. At that time, I had already spent 35 days of waiting for a decision letter. Without decision letter, no institution is going to give you an offer letter. Even if they interview and you are successful, they won't give you an offer letter or certificate of sponsorship. So all those counted to the wait. That's why I'm very glad that this system has changed, and now the new ones that are coming will have things like smooth. They will have things easier than it used to be. Now you do everything online, and even get a decision letter before a month, or by 2-3 weeks, you have a decision letter already, and that really really helps. Okay, that really really helps. So yeah. So Sadat is saying, sorry to say, but any nurse in Ghana without the mindset of migrating is not serious. So, how can you not want to? How can you not want a comfortable life for your family? So that's this issue. It's not everyone that wants to move. People are comfortable in like where they are, and I don't blame them because they haven't tasted the other side, or probably they don't have people telling them what maybe we are fortunate to hear. They don't have anybody telling them that this. Somebody heard that whites are racist, and because of that, they don't want to travel. Whites are racist. They are going to bully me. But since me, I have not seen any racist here yet. Maybe somebody has said, I haven't seen. Nobody has bullied me. Nobody has maltreated me in any way. In fact, I even speak my mind here more than I used to speak in Ghana. I speak my mind. If something is not going well, quickly you send email, you escalate, you just say your mind, and you have prompt response. But in Ghana, who is minding you? Nobody is minding you or paying attention to you. So maybe those who are comfortable where they are, they haven't heard what we've heard, they haven't seen what we've seen, and that is the reason why they are comfortable. Until they see or hear or taste, they will know that they have been, like they've been cheated all this while. They've been cheated all this while. I always used to tell a friend that some of our friends who were fortunate to come here like long before, some of them will say, outside here there is hard, though life here is hard. It's hard, but have you seen any of them go back home? Have you seen any of them go back home? No, because they are comfortable, they are okay. It's hard everywhere. In Ghana, is no a bed of roses. I have struggled in Ghana like forever before I moved. I always struggled. I never had it easy. So it's never a bed of roses. It's a struggle everywhere. The only difference is that you see your struggle, the result of your struggle, you actually see it. You see it here than you see it there. Here, if you are working hours, your salary is also coming in hours. So that is the difference. Okay, so Sadat is asking, how did you hear about nurses going to UK? Did you want to do it immediately you heard about it? Yes. I in fact, I was like, why didn't I hear it early? It was immediate. It was immediate. It was a friend who told me that the UK needed nurses. At that time, I was in school. I was doing my BSc. So she told me, and I was like, okay, I'm interested. I'm really interested because at that time, my head was scattering in Ghana there. Everything was just going some way. I told her, yes, I'm interested. So she was like, okay. She doesn't know much herself. So she gave me a contact of another friend who was already here in the UK. She's Benis. She gave me her contact to ask her any questions that I feel I will need. And I think those are some of the reasons I also came on YouTube to help people who are like me, who did you know, to also hear. So me, my response there, it was prompt. I was in school. At that moment, I regretted going to school. Let me tell you the truth. I regretted doing the BSc. I regret it because if I had it before, I wouldn't have gone to school. I wouldn't have worried to spend money and go to school again in Ghana. I'll just use my diploma and come in peace and enjoy my pounds because the same diploma degree. Nobody, we all start from the same skill. But the time I had it, I was almost done with school, so I decided to concentrate on writing my last papers. After my last papers, whilst I'm doing my project, then I'll start learning for my English language test. So that's how I did it. So my response was very prompt. My response was very prompt. I had it through a friend who told me. I think she's just got sent. She's just got sent. She called me on phone one afternoon. I was just like very bad that day. I was feeling very horrible that day. So she called me and she was like, oh, this is happening. And if you are interested, I know you can do it because you're a determined person. You have a very strong will. Like you are good academically too, so you can do it. So I said, okay, I'll do it. Then I started. I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money at that time. Let's say like you have you have like 10,000 CDs lying somewhere, you are using it to write. People think I had that money. Especially when I wrote IELTS, British Council in Ghana, and I traveled outside to write IELTS IDP. They were like, hey, you have money, and you are. No, I didn't have money, but I was very persistent. I was like forcing. I was really I struggled. I struggled. And I thank God that the struggle paid off. It really paid off. It ended in praise. What I set up my mind, what I had was even more than what I planned. So yes, it ended in praise. So Mods is asking, IELTS will train hard, so I hate it first time. Yes, you have to train hard. One mistake I made, and I always say that is also part of my delayance of like coming on board, was that I didn't prepare for my first IELTS. I thought IELTS was just English, like the English we know, this comprehension and all that. So yes, I wrote it. I wrote it and it reflected in the results. Reading, I wasn't learning reading at all. It was just listening, writing, and those things. And it reflected. I had listening, the first one I had listening 8. I had reading 6. I had writing 6. And I had speaking 7.5. When I took it again, I had listening 8.5, reading still 6, writing was better, I had 7, and I had speaking 7.5. So because of the reading 6, I had to switch. I wasn't interested in writing IELTS again. So it's the most difficult hurdle, but it's not difficult. People are doing it. I mean, people are writing once and they are passing. I recently saw one guy's results from Nigeria. He had band 7 in listening, 7 in reading, 7 in writing, and 8.5 in speaking. And his money was refunded back to him. The IELTS center just called him and gave his exams money back. He has broken the record. And it was his first sitting. So people are doing it. I mean, you can also do it. So hit it first time and move, okay? I have Henrietta Adite is in the house. Henrietta, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Henrietta says you are amazing. You keep being helpful with your channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is the purpose of the channel, actually, to help, people to get what they need, to get the information that they need, things that I struggle to get, the information that I struggle to get. I think people will need it and they shouldn't struggle. So why not share? If you have something that somebody needs to benefit from, why not share? Okay, so thank you so much for acknowledging my efforts, Henrietta. Thank you so much. Mort is asking, how is OET different from IELTS? Well, I said it yesterday. The OET is health related. OET speaks the language of the healthcare professional. Okay, so OET is the language of the health worker. Everything you see in OET is health. Everything you see in OET is not complex English. They'll not go and bring some English from one encyclopedia to confuse you. Everything in OET is health related. So if you're a nurse, you are seeing nursing questions, like nursing related topics that you see, maybe vaccination. If it's reading, they can give you a vaccination passage and you are reading and you are locating your answers. And because you're already a health worker and you know more about health, it becomes familiar for you. You are, conversant with what you are reading. So locating your answers is not difficult. You just have to work on your speed and the manner in which you can locate your answers. But IELTS speaks the language of, the socials. It gives you that complex kind of English, those kind of encyclopedias and those Shakespearean modes of, communication. So that's the difference. OET is just the English of the healthcare professional. And when I came throughout our induction, they gave us some slides and things to, read about, get used to the English language here. It was OET materials they gave us. OET was what they gave us to read through. So OET is more health related, but you cannot use OET for school. So that's the difference. Just use OET for work, occupational English tests. Though now some of the schools are picking up, they are accepting OET, but it's just a handful of them. So that's the difference. The price of OET2 is expensive than IELTS. The price of OET is about 2 times the price of IELTS. So if you take the price of IELTS, you multiply it times like maybe 2, almost. That's the price of OET. And OET centers are not much. OET centers are not much. In Africa, there are 2 centers only. In Ghana and in Nigeria and in South Africa. But IELTS centers are more. IELTS centers are more. You can get IELTS, like to write an IELTS is easy. OET centers are limited. The dates they can book, and you are not getting a next available date. But fortunately, the NMC of UK will be accepting OET from the 10th of October, which is today is 4th. So 6 days from today, they are going to accept OET from home. So you can sit home, like I'm doing behind the laptop, and write OET, and you are gone. And NMC of UK will accept it. Okay, so that is the difference. So Sadat is asking, I also heard it on Facebook, but it felt too good to be true. At that time, the agencies were willing to pay your exams upfront Unfortunately, I wasted a lot of time since 2017. So that you could have been a millionaire by now. 2017, deals were good. Around that time, deals were good. But now, even because of the COVID, deals are still becoming better. You don't have to pay for immigration health charge and other things you don't have to pay for. So yes, deals are getting better. Deals are getting better. So it's not late. It's better late than never. It's better late than never, actually. It's better late than never. It's better late than never. Okay. So we are not late at all in life. I mean, you can come here and still do better. Someone have been here since 2017. Maybe what you get within a year, the person might not have gotten over all these years. So yeah, there is no lateness in life. More to say, you knew what you wanted in life. Congratulations. Yes, moods. It's actually a long story. What actually compelled me to do this thing without thinking twice? It's not like I had so much money, but at that time I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot, and I have 3 kids. I have 3 children, 3 kids I'm raising all by myself. So sometimes you don't have any option. I always drew inspiration from the children, from the kids. And I felt like giving up. I just look at them and like, no, I can't fail in life. I can't give up because of these 3 children. I can't give up. I mean, if I give up with the salary I'm taking here, I'm going to drown. I'm going to drown anytime soon. So let me just put in every effort. Sometimes I learn very late, deep into the night. I feel that I'm very stressed, I'm drained. But in all, I kept moving. And today it has paid off. And I'm grateful to God at least for supplementing my little effort. Sometimes with prayers. It's prayers. So God actually helped me. God actually helped me. So, it was God. It was God actually from day one. Yeah, so thank you so much. So that is saying the extra shifts, they won't joke with it at all. At all. I mean, you, the men, you have an upper hand. You are at an advantage. I always say that the men are at an advantage, above, especially women who have kids. If you're a man without any like kind of responsibilities, then yeah, go for good. Go for good. Okay. So that is that about it. You go for gold. You go for gold. So the extra shifts, don't joke with it. But don't stress too much too. Don't stress too much too. Don't stress too much. At least you have some rest in between. You have some rest in between. So you're asking whether is there a time limit to it? I hear you can do up to 20 hours. Yes, that was before. That was before this whole COVID. You could only do up to 20 hours extra duties apart from the work you are doing for your employer or where you signed your first contract. But now, no, you can do more than that. You can do more than the 20. You can do more than the 20. Yes, so you can do more than the 20. Once you have the strength, you have the vim, the kappa, and everything to take you to, yes, you can. You can do it. You can do it without any difficulty at all. You can do it without any difficulty at all, and you are definitely going to be fine. You are definitely going to be fine. So you're asking, what do I suggest? Extra shift with an agency or direct? Well, I would say that doing extra shift in a care home, if you're in the NHS, is good. If you're in the NHS, you want to do extra shifts, you can go to the care home and do the extra shifts there. Or you are in the NHS and you sign up for an agency, is also good. By doing it at your same workplace, you will get, but you won't get much. You will get, but you will not get as much as somebody who is doing agency or care home outside. So the agency, is better. It's better than doing it directly at your workplace. It's better. But Know that the agency or where you are going to do your extra duty should be closer to where you are actually working. You should be closer so that your means of transportation or means of moving up and down between these two workplaces does not become stressful, because it can drain. If it's not close and you are not driving, it can drain. But if it's not too close and you want to drive, then you have to work on the driving fast as soon as possible. You can actually use your license from your home country up to a year here. So you can also do it that way. But the agency pays. The agency pays more than the direct. So that's what most people go with. Okay. So Mosh is asking, how many hours can you do a day? In a day is 12 hours shift with your employer. That is the trust or the organization that brought you over. You are doing 12 shifts in a day or 8-hour shifts. A 12-hour shift or 8-hour shift in a day. So like where I am, because it's a specialty unit, we do 8 hours a day. We do 8 hours a day. But apart from that, most of the medical, surgical wards, the theaters and all that, they do 12 hours shift in a day. And then you close. So if you want to go and do another shift elsewhere, that one, it depends on you. It all depends on you and how you can cope. Yeah, so the 12 is the standard. 12 or 8 is the standard. The 8 depends on your area of specialty. If your area of specialty doesn't run 12 hours, then you do the 8 hours. But most of the other wards and units do the 12-hour shifts. After that, if you want to go and do anything else where you can also go and do it. So Sadat is asking, do you give your roster from your main job to the extra shift facility so that they can draw a roster that will suit you, or how you'll be able to work in both places? Yes. If you are signing up for a bank shift, most of them will ask you your preference, the shifts that you want to run. Okay, the shift that I want to run, they'll ask you. So, for instance, like with where I am, let's say maybe I want to do overtime with an agency. Where I am working, we do 8 hours, and it's day, no night, and those things, no weekend, no holidays. So, if I want to do extra shift with an agency, I just tell them I want nights. They will even ask you. They will ask you how many hours you want to work and all that. They will ask. And before that, you already know your timetable from where you are going, from where you are. Mhm. So you just tell them that, oh, I'm working here already. I'm just coming to do part-time with you people. So I can take up night. I can take up weekend. I can do once a day. I can do this. So you just tell them, and then they give you what you want. Most of them will ask you, and then they give you what you want. Okay. Okay, so Moss is asking, where do you work? I mean, you mean the unit. I work in the endoscopy unit. I work in the endoscopy unit of my hospital. And the endoscopy unit is part of the gastroenterology, department. We just do endoscopies. We just go in to find out, to diagnose or to solve a medical problem. And that is that about it. And there is no emergency in endoscopy. So it gives you that kind of flexibility that you want. Gives you that kind of flexibility that you want to run around other things. Yeah, so that is it. Okay, so Sarah is asking, do they also pay monthly or it's pay as you go? Some pay weekly, some pay hourly, some pay daily. It all depends. But most of them don't pay, they don't pay, monthly. Most of them pay weekly because they know that that one is part-time. You need the money to solve certain things. So they won't hold up to the end of the month. So they'll pay you weekly. Most of them pay you weekly. But it's not like a day you close and they count the money for you. Maybe if you want it that way too, I don't know if you can do it that way, but most of them will sign you up weekly. So in the week, if it's 3 times you are coming, at the end of the week, they give you the 3 times and then they give you the salary for those days you've worked in the week. And then you go. Okay. So Doris Mama is asking, Doris Mama, you are welcome. You are welcome to my life. You are welcome to the live stream. I think you just joined. They're asking whether it's advisable for a pregnant woman to be employed. Yes. Actually, there is no clause that shows or that states that you shouldn't be employed because of one reason or the other, unless maybe it's a disability that is like so crucial. Even with that one, they will fix you in a unit that is not so much involved. They'll look at the kind of disability you have and then they'll fix you appropriately. So there is nothing stops you from being employed. Nothing stops you from being employed. So yes, you can be employed even if you are pregnant. You can be. How it is very stressful for you as an individual. It's very stressful for you as an individual because you are going into a new space, like you don't know much. You don't know much. You are not going to learn everything like you are just learning, fresh. You are not going to get used to the system, getting used to, you're getting used to a lot of things. Even moving around in a bus, it's not like what we know. Like me, my country, like this, I can just go and stand by the roadside and do this pam pam pam. And the bus stops for me. I hop in. I just tell the mate, I'll drop here. He drops me. I pay, go. No, here you don't do that. You sit in the bus and the bus will just be going. Even how to get to know that the bus will get here at this time, you have to know the system. So sometimes coupling this with pregnancy is stressful for the individual. But if you think you are strong enough and you have the support system that you will need and you can work whilst you are pregnant, yes, you can be employed. I know one lady who actually came in pregnant. When she passed the exams and everything, ready to move, she was pregnant. And she only knew about it when everything was ready and she was moving. So there was nothing she could do. So she came, she moved, settled, gave birth. They gave her maternity leave and her maternity allowance, though you will not get it like somebody who has already been here for some time. But she was fortunate. Her husband joined. The husband was working, taking care of other stuff. So she also had some kind of space to rest. So if you have good support system and you think you can work, you can get used to the system, you can get used to the environment and everything coupled with the pregnancy. Yes, but in my opinion, if you ask me for advice, I would say wait a while. Wait a while. Let give yourself some months, okay? By 2, 3 months, you'll be fine. You know everything you need to know. You'll get used to everything you need to get used to. Then, if you want to take seed, you can. But if it is already there, if you're already taking seed and you want to work, that shouldn't stop you. You can still work. And that doesn't mean you should do anything to the pregnancy. You can still work. So I hope I've answered your question, Doris Mommy. I hope I've answered your question. I hope I've answered your question. Yes, so I think I'm still waiting on for questions. I'm also doing other things. Next week is going to be a challenging week. Um, it's going to be a crazy one, full of schedules up and down, full of schedules up, down, and everything. But we still have to keep moving, moving. We still have to keep going. We still have to keep going. Still have to keep going. Still have to keep the going. So I'm here. I'm here answering your questions. I'm here answering your questions. I think I have to get to it's actually getting late. Okay. So please hold on a while. Let me get some water. I think I'm getting thirsty. So that you're asking, madam, have I also heard about nursing home residents giving their properties to nurses who take good care of them? Giving, there are two types of the giving. The one I know and I've seen is the one we call the live-in. The live-in is the kind of resident care home that you are assigned to the home or the house of the person. You live with them, you nurse them, and then you are paid. Okay, so you live with them, you nurse them in the home, and you are paid at the end of the day. And the other one you are talking about is like maybe you nurse the person where the person gives you the house or gives you the property as a gift or something. I've also heard that. And actually, I have one auntie who was a midwife in Ghana. She's in Ghana. It didn't even happen here. She's in Ghana. She was very studious at her work. She was really doing well with work. And one day, she worked on a client before. So her services were very good and they maintained communication after that. So years later, the man came, he had a house in Tema. He gave it out to the woman for free, dashed it to her. That my auntie, up till now, that's where she's living with her family. She lives there in Tema. So I'm not surprised the same thing will happen here. Though I'm yet to hear anything like that here. The one I know of is the live-in. We call it live-in, Live, then dash in. So you live in with them in their homes, you take care of them, and you are being paid at the same time. So it's not like they are dashing it to you. But sometimes maybe you can be fortunate if you get a good family. If you get a good family, yes, definitely they can give it out to you if they think you deserve it. Fine. Because if it happened in Ghana, how much more here? It can happen. It can happen here as well. So you're asking how easier it is to work part-time in the NHS whilst being full-time in the care home. That one, the NHS getting work part-time from care home, I can say it's not as easy as getting part-time in the care home when you are working in the NHS. Because the NHS is a more well set up system. Is a more sophisticated system where everything is paper and pen, like everything is monitored, everything is protocol, everything is policies, everything is structured, unlike in most care homes. So most people believe that when you are working in the NHS, working in the care home becomes easier for you because you already know everything, you've already seen it all. So maybe if you need any training, there's nothing new that you'll be learning. But coming from the care home, the care home doesn't have most of the things that the NHS has. The care home is kind of like a routine that you have to be doing over and over, or like in the care home. So coming from the care home to work in the NHS means you are going to learn a lot. You are going to learn a lot of things. And there are more NHS staff who are signing up to take up bank duties, day in, day out. So needing an external person from a care home is not common. It's not common at all. Mostly the care homes depend on the NHS staff. The care homes prefer the NHS staff more to do part-time for them because you know more, of policies and protocols, and you can do things, right for them. So the vice versa is easier. Getting a job in the care home when you are from the NHS is easier than getting a job in NHS when you're from the care home. Okay, so you're asking again that how easy is it to work part-time? Well, I think that's what I've just answered. Yes, so working in a care home from the NHS is easier. They even love it that way. For you to come out to tell them, I want to do part-time with you. I work with the NHS, especially when you have your PIN already. You are going to take more. I want to take more. So that is easier for you. But if you are in the home care or care home, I want to come and look for a job in NHS, you need a lot of training. It depends on the ward that you're also going to. It depends on the ward that you're going to work. So yeah, they take all those things into consideration before they can help you out in the NHS. But asking whether they interview you when you're looking for part-time shift. Yes, they interview you. In fact, they take your document as well. They take documents and all that because they have to be sure. They have to be sure, not because you said you are working in NHS or like you are doing this so that. If it is outside your trust, yes. If it's even within your trust, they have forms that they fill. So they give you forms, like most of the times they have a unit that takes care of those bank shifts and extra shifts and those things. So you have to sign up with them. You have to sign up. So you pick up a form, you fill, you sign and everything that you submit to them. If it's within your same trust that you are working with, then that one they will not interview you because you've already been interviewed and you are working there. So maybe your line manager there needs to append the signature that yes, you are working here and testify to the fact that you are with them. But if you are going outside, they will do interview. They'll interview you to be sure. You submit documents. You submit documents to be sure. Some will take your CV and all that. Your PIN. If you're a PIN nurse, they will take your license number, verify that indeed you are a PIN nurse. Some will even take references, contact your referees, and be sure that like the person they are going to pick part-time is not any person like that. Because here everything is accountability. You account for everything. So to be sure that you are going to be an accountable person, they have to be sure of who they are also employing. So that is that about it. That is that about it. That is that about it. Does everyone in the NHS have a work email? Yes. Everyone in the NHS has a work email. Everyone in the NHS has a work email. When you come, that's one of the first things they do for you in your induction period. In your induction period, within the time of your induction, it's one of the first things they do for you because through this email that they will communicate with you within the trust or even with other NHS. Maybe you are in this NHS, you want to send mail to other NHS. It has to be official. You can't send it from your personal emails. You want to communicate with your line manager after you've moved. It has to be official. You have to communicate with your colleagues about something. It has to be official. So everybody has they generate it for you. You don't do it yourself. So they generate it for you. And then they add the .nhs at nhs.net. At nhs.net. So It's used for intra communication within the trust and the intercommunication as well with other trusts. So without that email, it means you are not recognized as being an NHS staff. So you have to have it. You have to have it to help your communication with people within, the trust. And with this same email, you can use to do other stuff for a discount. But then I have to be careful who you give it to, who you give it out to, because your work email. You have to be careful what you do with it. It's not every email that you be sending with that, like a commercial email or maybe a sponsorship things you are doing outside work. You'll be using them. No, it's strictly for work. But I can use them to purchase, do purchasing and all that at a discount. Yeah, so everybody has it, provided you are in the NHS. And those are some of the benefits that comes with working with the NHS. Those are some of the benefits that comes with working for the NHS, because aside the job security that you have, aside the job security that you have with the NHS, you also have, benefits with using your emails to get some freebies and all that. So that is that about it. That's about it. I want to be doing other things. So I think today I'll end earlier. I'll end at 2 hours. I have done 1 hour, 38 minutes. I'll still hold on a while. Yesterday, some people were bitten by the time just when I was closing. I was just ending the live. I saw some new comments coming through. And I know it's because we are ahead, 1 hour ahead of Ghana time. Sometimes it's difficult to remember. It used to happen to me too. At times when I was in Ghana, we've been scheduled for meeting, via Zoom or something, and I forget that UK is ahead of Ghana in 1 hour. So by the time I just think of joining the meeting, it has already ended. So it does happen a lot. It does happen a lot. That's why I did today's program as well, just to be sure I'm not missing out on anyone, because it's going to take time before I do another live. Like, it's going to take some time. Before I do another live program like this, to really take some time. Mask on is saying hello, 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 mask. Hi. Oh, sorry, I'm missing some of the questions. Doris Mama, you are saying, please, if you are not married and also don't have children, can you bring your mom alone? The kind of visa they are giving you is for you and your family. Okay, Doris. Yeah, it's for you and your family. Your mom can come, but she can come on a visit. She can come on a visit visa. She can't come as a resident to live with you, unless you are, of course, having your citizenship. So she can come on a visit, which is up to 6 months. And out of the 6 months, she can spend 5 months and 2 weeks with you. Then she can return. You can apply for her again and she can come back anytime. But to live with you permanently, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, okay? So Doris, please, I hope I've answered your question. You don't have children, you don't have a spouse, but you want to bring your mother. She can come on visit, apply for her to come on a visit, but not to be here as a resident, okay? So Jobs YT, thank you for passing by, Jobs. You're asking the hi Becca, is it possible for the recruitment agency to look for an employer that requires no job experience? I'm a fresh graduate. Yes. Now they don't need like you don't need experience to work, okay? You don't need experience. So once you have your exams in place, you have your IELTS, you've passed your CBT, you've had your decision letter, you should have a job without experience. They don't really look at the experience, okay? So your agent can look for a job for you with any employer right from graduation. Once you have your exams, those ones without that, nobody will give you job. You have to pass your IELTS or OET. You have to pass your CBT. You have to register with NMC of UK and have your decision letter. So if you have these things, then they can look for a job for you even without experience, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry for the late response. I was actually on another website searching for other things against next week, against tomorrow. Tomorrow is a fresh week and there seems to be a lot to be done. There seems to be a lot I have to be doing alongside. So in order not to miss out on you guys, like I'm looking elsewhere and also on the live. That's why I missed out on your question. So I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late in my response. I'm sorry I'm late. Okay. So, Mascon, you are saying what? Can you talk? Yes, I'm talking actually. I'm talking, but as I said, I was looking on another website and doing something else. Okay. Mascon, I'm doing something else at the same time. And it's actually a Q&A live. So I'm answering questions. I'm answering questions from people, anybody who has questions for me regarding nursing in the UK. And because there was nobody to ask anything at this point in time, I just decided to also, be doing my things. Okay. So that's why I wasn't talking at a point because my intention, I was carried away. I was carried away at that point. I was carried away while I was looking into what I was doing. So that's how I was quiet for a while. Okay, that's how I was quiet for a while. So yeah, Doris, you can apply for your mother to come and visit you. You can apply for your mother to come and visit you. She can come and then go after the 5 months, 2 weeks. Let her rest a while. She can come again. Once you have the money to keep applying for her, she can come, okay? So you're asking whether please, can you help me get OET material? Actually, I don't have the material at hand because I finished long time, but I had a tutor who used to take me through the class. But currently he's also in London. I don't know if he is still having the class. I can't tell. But I can help you with his contact to confirm or to ask him if he can be of any kind of help to you. If he can be of any kind of help to you. So if you want the contact, then yes, I can give you his contact so that I ask him how it can be of help to you. But note that the OET Center, we don't have one in Ghana. There is no OET Center in Ghana. There is no OET Center in Ghana, so you have to travel to write. You have to travel to write the exams. You have to go to Nigeria. I think that's the closest. And you can go by road. So if you want to go and write, that's the most, like the shortest route that you can use actually. So it's in Nigeria that I can write. And OET too is expensive than IELTS. OET is expensive than IELTS. Okay, so that is that about it. So Doris, let me know with the answer I've given you if you are still like interested in the OET. If you are still interested in the OET. Let me know, let me know. Let me know. Mask and Jobs Whitey. I don't know if you are still around, Mask. Mask and Jobs Whitey. Mask on. And Jobs Whitey. I don't know if you are still around. I don't know if you are still around. Max on and Jobs Whitey. But I hope I haven't missed out on anybody's question. I hope I haven't missed out on anyone's questions. I hope I haven't missed out on anyone's question. So Doris, with your case, I think you were the one who was asking about pregnancy and childbirth, pregnancy and working. Doris, I think you were the one who was asking. So I guess maybe you need like help. If you are pregnant and you want to come with your mother, then you can come first. If you are not close to being due, you can come and then you bring her maybe after some months when you are almost due. You bring her on a visa. She can come and help you a while. And then she goes back. Maybe you apply for her again. So that's the way you can go if you are expectant or if you are waiting to be due. But you still want to come over and work. That's also another route. You can bring your mother. Okay, so jobs Whitey are saying, sorry, I was kind of busy. Can you please answer my question regarding no experience? Okay, I answered it, but I think you were off. I said yes, you can work with that experience. You don't need experience to work. For now, they've taken off the work experience criteria. So you can work with that experience once you have passed your IELTS and your OET and you have your decision letter from the NMC of UK. Okay, so if you have these things, yes, you can get an employer and you don't need experience. You don't look for experience. Okay, you don't look for experience, but you should have your IELTS, your OET, and then your IELTS or OET and then your CBT with your NMC decision letter before you can look for any employer in the UK. Before you can look for any employer, that's what they look at, especially if you are from overseas. If you're already in the UK, then fine. If you're already in the UK, you are maybe like a citizen or a resident already, you don't need it. You don't need it, actually. That one, you can just use your school certificate and apply straight with that experience and you still be qualified. You still get a job. So please, if I've answered you, let me know. Jobs. You don't need experience. You just need your documents to be intact. You need concrete documents. You need your license too. The license from your home country, you need it. You need it to work. If you don't have that license, then you can't complete your registration. with the NMC of UK. You can't complete, okay? Jobs. You can't complete it. You can't complete it, okay? Today, I think I'll end earlier. I was still looking on for others because yesterday, when I was just about ending, I saw someone's comment that, oh, he was just joining to ask question, and by that time, I was already out. So, I was already out. So, yeah. Okay, so James, you're saying that things you have answered. What about if you want to pursue RN? If you want to pursue RN to BSc in UK, after achieving the BSc, are you going to be automatically registered with NMC of UK? From what I know, a friend of mine is currently, going through that process. He's doing specialty. So with the specialty, if you have he has diploma and he's doing the specialty actually. With that one, it's an automatic upgradement by the NMC of UK. You'll be automatically upgraded by the NMC of UK because you're already in the system, you are working, and you are pursuing something further. So yes, you'll be automatically, you just notify them that you have done this program, you have done this course, and you should be automatically, recognized. So it's automated. With what I know, he has diploma in nursing and he's doing the degree specialty, specializing. So automatically, after writing the exams, your final exams and all that, the NMC upgrades you automatically are put on that you're acknowledged for having that qualification. Okay, so that is that. Doris is asking, please apart from the classes, I can't get any OET sample online. I contacted Social Academy, but the feedback was not encouraging. So you can go on OET official website. You can go on OET official website. They have materials there. They have materials at OET official website. You also have to look out for other people's videos. I know of J of E2 language. J of E2 language is also on YouTube. He also does OET videos, OET related class, which is also helpful. Okay, which is also helpful. There are actually, if you Google OET, just go on Google search and type OET materials. You'll get them, I'm sure. I'm sure you get them. Okay. So that is that. Go on Google search, go on YouTube. You can also use Google PDF Drive. Google PDF. Google PDF Drive to search for some of these materials. They are there. They are there, but sometimes you have to be careful of the materials you are using. It's not all of them that are authentic. Some of the materials are not authentic. Some of the materials are not authentic. I also almost fell into that trap. I was learning with some materials that was way like out of range. I thought they were OET materials, so I could practice with them. So it was later when I joined Success Academy that I was prompted that it's not all the materials that are actually original. Okay. So the original official ones, you can get it on OET official, their website. If you Google OET official website, you'll see some sample materials there. And they can also follow J of E2 language. He's also on YouTube. J. He also does very well with the OET modules. Okay, so Jobs is saying, thank you. You are always welcome, Jobs. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. Actually, Doris, I think Doris, Mama, the reason why maybe you didn't get positive feedback from Sussex Academy is because the leader of the academy is actually currently not available. Because the last time I contacted him on behalf of somebody who asked for help, he wasn't available to teach. He wasn't available to teach because he's also now in London. I know he's in London doing other things, which are keeping him busy and all that. So he's not available to teach for a period. I don't know if now he's back doing the class or anything. So if he didn't get positive feedback, probably it's due to the timing or the period in which you contacted him or anything. But if you feel you are ready to take the tuition, you can cross-check with him and see if he's ready to take the tuition with you. But if you don't want to, you want to do your personal studies, then fine, you can go on OET's official website. You get materials there, go on E2 language with J, OET. He will also be of assistance to you, okay? So Mods is back. Mods is saying, is there any bigger advantage of coming to the UK with degree in nursing or BSc over a diploma? Well, no. Here, qualification doesn't really matter. Qualification doesn't matter, okay? When you come, you are all starting as band 5 nurses. Whether you have masters, you have diploma, you have degree, you have PhD, you are all starting from band 5. It is maybe later that if there is a job vacancy or a job opportunity or a promotion that you want to apply for, that maybe your master's or your degree can give you maybe an upper hand coupled with your work experience. But when you're coming fresh, no, you are all coming as band 5 nurses. And as a matter of fact, you are coming as a band 4 nurse, pre-registered until passing your OSCE, that you can get your PIN and then you move to band 5. So at that moment, your qualification doesn't matter. Your qualification doesn't matter. You can just bring your diploma, degree, anything. It's just that when you bring your degree, you don't think about education too quickly. You don't think about education too quickly, like getting a certificate or getting a degree or anything again. You think you have the degree already, so you're okay. Maybe at any time you want to do, you can just specialize or do your master's and you move. But if you come with a diploma, maybe you are eager to get your degree or specialize immediately. So the qualification doesn't really matter, okay? So Jobs YT is saying, can you recommend the best universities to specialize in adult nursing? Planning on coming soon. Are universities accepting international students during the hard times? Yes, universities are actually accepting students. And I don't know which part you are. I don't know which country that you are in, but there is no school in UK that is a bad school. There is no school in UK that is a bad school. As far as nursing is concerned, you are in Gambia, so you can know that coming from Africa and comparing Africa schools or Africa education to here in the UK, you can see that schools here in the UK are better, far better. So the schools are good. The schools are good here. Every school is good. Adult nursing, you can get good degree schools that are good that you can do. To help your search, you can go on Google to search as well. You can go on Google to search as well. But I don't know if you are coming as a student or you are coming to work. Are you coming in as a nurse or you are coming to school? If you are coming in as a nurse, then you have to make sure the work, your school doesn't interfere with the work. Your school shouldn't interfere with the work, okay? So that you can work successfully, smoothly, and then still go to school. But if you are coming in as a full-time student, then fine. You are coming on a tier 4 visa, so you are just coming to concentrate on school. You can just learn and go ahead with it. Okay. So I have Mark in the building. Mark, your name is very long. I couldn't mention all. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate your effort, your thumbs up, and everything. Thank you for stopping by, Mark. I really appreciate your time for passing by. I really appreciate your time for passing by my live. This is the second session I'm doing for the week. I did part 1 yesterday, and I am doing a continuation of yesterday's live today because some people they missed out on yesterday's session, and I had to be here again to see if I can be of help, because it's not every question that I can do a video on. Maybe you need an answer to one question. You need an answer to just a question, and I have to do a video on it. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it. That's why I decided to be here to kind of like do the live. At least if you have just a question, one question that I can answer with just one answer and move on, it will help in minimizing the number of videos that I bring out. It will help minimize the number of videos that I bring out so that I can, do other stuff because I don't intend doing nursing videos for long. I will switch, I will change niche at a point. I'll definitely change my niche at a point, start talking about other things. But I decided to start with the nursing because I felt it would be of help to people. It would be of an immediate help to people than talking about other things. And, you know, um, because of the experiences I went through during my time, the things I had to face, the things I have to go through when I was preparing to move, I just decided to set up this channel to help others to also have a smooth transition, to also have a smooth ride whilst they plan on moving to the UK. So I won't talk about nursing videos forever because I have other interests. So just to make everything move fast paced, just decided to start with the nursing, help people up to the point where I feel they are okay to be on their own. If they're okay to be on their own and I don't have to do nursing videos again, then fine. So there are a couple of lesson videos I plan on doing, and some that have also been requested that I will bring in the subsequent months prior to changing over. I think one is comparing nursing in Ghana to nursing in the UK, and some things that I learned, my regrets, my embarrassing moments of my first time being in the UK, things that I went through, things that I wish I knew before I moved. Then maybe I'll talk about salary because a lot of people are asking about salary, money, money, money. They want to know how the money thing is. So maybe I'll do a video on that. Okay. So Jobs, you're saying thanks for taking your time to answer. I'll be looking forward to seeing your future videos. Thank you too, Jobs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll also stop by and okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're saying you're doing well in Mr. Macaroni's. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your effort for stopping by. I really appreciate your effort for stopping by and for at least making me laugh. It was actually getting boring at a point. I was getting at a point. I wanted to end exactly at 2 hours. We actually wanted to end because I was tired. I have to prepare for next week tomorrow. Next week is a busy week. Next week is a busy week. So I wanted to prepare. So yeah, just wanted to cut it short. But it looks like there are still some people coming through. So I'll wait a while. I'll wait a while to get them through. I'll wait a while to get them through. I'll wait a while to get their questions answered so that I can have that piece of doing my other videos that I want to do. Okay, can have that kind of sound mind. I know that I've answered those short questions, and I can move on to the other ones that are more time consuming that I need to sit down and script. There are some questions that I don't need to sit down and script. I don't need to think of anything. They just flow because I already know the answers to them. Yeah. But with those ones that need me to script, to sit down and write before I come out to say them, I'll plan on that before I take the move. So that is the reason why I'm doing this live. That's the reason why I'm doing this live. So thank you all who stopped by. Thank you so much. 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 for stopping by to my live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by, Thanks for stopping by, for spending some time with me on my life. Spend some time with me on my life. Spend some time with me on my life. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm here answering questions, answering your dying and burning questions. Your dying and burning questions. I'm here to answer them. You know, one thing that really sucks is like you have something to ask and you don't know who to ask. You have something to ask, you don't know who to ask. And as the days go by, time gets tough, things get challenging. We will not have time to be doing certain things like we are doing today. We will not have time to be doing certain things like we are doing today. So yeah, you have to know, master that courage. Oh, Glory, you're welcome to my live. You're welcome to my live stream. You are asking whether I can suggest some agencies. Actually, I used Medline. I used Medline agency and I can recommend them at the moment. Though I know they have backlogs, they are trying to get some people on board due to the COVID. Everything went off at a point. So they are still trying to get people on board. But yes, Medline is still recruiting international nurses and they are really helpful. Not me alone. Like I know people who give good testimonies of them as well. So Medline is there. MMA also does well. MMA also does well. But in terms of timing, MMA takes some time to get you on board. MMA takes some time because I was engaged with them at a point and I realized I was taking more time like to get on board, you know. So fine. If you want to go with MMA, they also do well. We also have Medax. Medax also is doing well. Medax is also doing well. And we have what do we call it? Eins. Eins also does well. But with Eins, with Eins, I had a little problem with them. I was trying to do a video on agencies that are helpful. So I was contacting them and they were demanding some monies I wasn't comfortable with, honestly, because I know that this recruitment thing is free. You are bringing the person and then the employer refunds the monies back to you, the agent. So why should you take money from the nurse? So at that point, I was feeling uncomfortable and I was like, oh no, this is not the right way to go. So I wouldn't say yes. You can just be careful. Even if you want to deal with it, you have to be careful. Okay, you have to be careful. I don't know now if they've changed their mind and they've gone back to the way they used to be. So, and there is another one in Nigeria, Nursing Staffing Solution, NSS. They also do well. They also do well to bring people on board. They also do well to bring people on board. So, Gloria, asking how you can reach Medline. You can go online. They have a website. Medline has a website, Medline. They have a website that you can have all their contact details there, and you know they'll follow up with you. They have their email, they have their numbers, and everything there, so you can reach them. You know, if it's the glory, I know. If it is the glory, I know. Glory, have you cleared your OET or IELTS? If it's a glory, I know. You need to clear your OET and your IELTS, your CBT, get a decision letter before you can start dealing with the agencies to secure a job for you. So if you have all these things, then fine, Medline can help you as well. Medline, Medax, HCL. Some of them I haven't dealt with them personally, but I have friends who have gone through them. I have friends who have gone through them. I have friends who have gone through them. But the ones I have personally dealt with is Medline. But I can recommend the others because people have gone through them and it's been successful. People have gone through them and it's been successful. Okay, so that is that for the recruitment agencies. Okay, so Mods is back. Mods is asking, band 4, how much will I earn per hour? Band 4, you should look at something around 9 to 10 or 8 to 10 pounds per hour. 8 to 10 pounds per hour. That is if you're with the NHS. If you're with the NHS, you are earning 8 to 10 pounds per hour as a band 4 nurse or as a healthcare assistant. That is what you are going to earn. The care homes give more. The care homes give more. Some of the care homes can give you up to 12, 11, 13, 14. Some of them also consider your years of experience that you have in the nursing before they decide which kind of salary they give you, especially with the care homes. So with the NHS, you can look at something around 8 to 10 pounds per hour. With the care homes, you can look at something around 11, 12, 13, as high as 14 as a health assistant. Okay. So if you are looking at it in a month for the care home, as I said, for the NHS in a month, you should be looking at something around 17 to 18,000 a month for the NHS, and for the care home maybe 2,000 or 1,009 for the care home. Okay, so most you're asking that I should throw more light on the decision letter. Okay, so the decision letter is a letter that is given to you by the NMC of UK, simply stating that you have qualified or you have passed the part 1 of your exams, which is the CBT, and you are eligible to take the part 2 of your registration process, which is the OSCE. And with the OSCE, you have to come into the UK to be able to write it. So this letter is just telling your employer or whoever is interested in bringing you on board that you have registered with the NMC of UK, you have written your part 1, which is the CBT, and passed, and you are going to move over into the UK to do the part 2. So that is what the letter basically states. So it has your name, your candidate or registration number, and then it writes it like that. And it tells you the validity period of the documents they are giving you. So if you wrote your CBT, let's say in 2020, this year, January, it would expire next 2 years, 2022, January. So that is what they are stating in it. Okay, so basically, that is that about it. That's the decision letter. And now it comes faster. It comes faster than the old system. Now it comes latest by 3 weeks. I have friends who had theirs 3 weeks. From the time they registered, they had it. They had their decision. Unlike the old system, I was part of the old system and I had to wait for a whooping 6 weeks or so, 6 or 7 weeks. And that was crazy. So now it's better. Okay, it's better. I say thank you. You're always welcome. Now the system is faster with the new system they introduced last year, October. It has made everything simple. You don't need to post the documents like it used to be. At first, you are going to post, and that alone was money. Because the posting alone takes some money from you. So now you don't have to post, you just have to scan the documents that you send to them. So it's better that way. You get a decision letter faster. Get a decision letter faster. Get a decision letter faster than it used to be. Yeah, so that is that about it. Get a decision letter faster. I have just about 38 minutes to wrap off. I have just about 38 minutes to go out to wrap off. As I said, the next week ahead of us is a really tough one. It's a really challenging one. It's a really challenging one, but we still have to go through it. We still have to go through it. Just building momentum for the week. They have to build more muscles and everything for the week. So yes, I'll be ending in 38 minutes time if no one joins. By 8 p.m. UK time, I'll be out of the building. I'll be out of the building. I'll be out of the building at 8. I'll be out of the building at 8. I'll be out of the building at 8. And the reason why I did this is just to answer just one or two simple questions. It's just to answer one or two simple questions. Just to answer one or two simple questions. Just to answer one or two simple questions that I can't do a whole video about. There are certain things I can't do an entire video about them, like explaining everything into details like that. Okay. I just need to do it and then clear my hands off it and know that I'm done with such things. The videos that need me to do scripting, sit down, think about, plan and write, those ones, then I'll do a full video. But I'm basically here for questions that don't need so much time to answer, just briefly. So I started yesterday and today I'm on. Started yesterday and today I am on. So after today's live, I won't be doing live in a long time. I won't be doing live in a long time. And at a point, I will bring a closure to my nursing UK videos. I'll bring a closure to my nursing UK videos because I have other things that I want to do. I will change niche, definitely. I'm going to change niche, definitely. I will change, so definitely one day where I'm going to talk about things that I feel are of interest to me. Sometimes doing this nursing videos can be some way you don't really know what to talk about. At a point, it gets some way, You don't know what to talk about. You don't know how to talk about actually. You don't know how to talk about. But all in all, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. As I'm doing the live, I'm working on other things as well. So maybe you type a question, I don't see it. I'm coming back soon to get hold of your question. To get hold of your question, okay? To get hold of your question. To get hold of your question. So I think gradually I'm answering everybody gradually, bit by bit. I'm answering everyone bit by bit. I'm answering everyone bit by bit. I don't know if Glory is still around. I asked Glory a question and it looked like she was out of the building. Okay, so Smart is asking that I've learned that it's better I first do the English test before all because I've realized that looks to be the biggest barrier. Thank you for your help. Perhaps I will need your email. Okay, yes. Let me type in my email. English language is the biggest barrier. And I would say don't waste time doing anything when you haven't had your English language test. I saw people's English language test their CBT expiring when they haven't passed their OET or IELTS and those things. They went ahead, wrote CBT, and the CBT will be with them and to expire. Sometimes too, the CBT will not expire. You can pass your OET or your IELTS maybe just when the CBT is about expiring. By the time you look for an agent and start moving in and everything, the CBT would have expired. And you need to write again because NMC of UK will not accept doing your OSCE when your CBT has expired. It means you have to do the registration process again. So the most difficult hurdle we all know is the English language, the IELTS, the OET. So it's better to put your all in all, get that first. When you get that, every other thing is cheap. When you get that, every other thing is cheap. CBT is easy to pass. How do we call it? Getting a decision letter is simple. Get an agency, they are there waiting for you to come over. If you are doing direct employment, you can just go online, NHS jobs or track jobs, search for the jobs, apply for them, and you are moving. So the most challenging hurdle is the English language. And you know, the UK's band score is the highest of all the countries, UK and Australia. Their band score requirement is the highest of all the countries, band 7 in listening, reading, and speaking, and 6.5 in writing. Even Australia, they take 7 throughout, 7 in all the four modules. So it's a challenge, it's the biggest hurdle. But once you can go through it, you don't have a problem. Every other thing falls in place. So it's better to get your hands off it first so that when you come, you know that you don't have to be thinking about so much. So I've given you my email. I've given you my email. That's my channel email. So if anything, you can feel free to ask if you have any doubts or anything you feel you want to know. I have 30 minutes exactly to run off. I have 30 minutes. Okay, you've got it. Okay. So that's my email. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for having it. Thanks for having it. So I have 30 minutes to wrap up and run. Today's LS wasn't like yesterday's. Yesterday's was very interactive with lots of people on board that, lots of things were ongoing yesterday. Today looks like a busy evening for lots of people. Busy evening for lots of people. Busy evening. Busy evening. How about if you have time? I have time for you for now. So you can ask any questions and I will be ready to answer it. Be ready to answer them for you. Okay. I always tell people that value what you are doing as an investment. Value your transition to the UK as an investment. A lot of people have, share, like taking our monies in one way or the other. I remember I started IELTS class with a certain school. They took the money and the class wasn't flowing like the way I wanted it to. Eventually, I left quietly. I wasn't ready to blame anybody or anything. Later, they came back calling me to come for the class, to do this, do that. At that time, I had already lost interest in IELTS. I'd already lost interest in IELTS, and I just focused on taking OET. That was when I met a Success Academy who took me through. Sometimes the hurdle is not actually a straight one. The hurdle is not a straight one. So most are saying your name is Ivan. You have been using your friend's YouTube. Oh, okay. How do you do that? How did you use your friend's YouTube? You are commenting with his channel link or what? I don't get it. Are you chatting with his email? Are you using his YouTube channel to communicate? Why don't you set up your own? It's just simple. You have your Google or you have your Gmail. You have your Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you just create the channel and you can communicate anyhow you want to. But anyway, it's also good. It's also good. So you are Ivan. Okay, so you're using a friend's computer. Okay, okay, no problem. Ivan, so if anything, you can get back to me. If there is any challenge, anything that baffles your mind, you can get back to me via mail, via email. And yeah, I'll be willing and ready to help you out. I'll be willing and ready to help you out. Okay, so I'm always available. As you have my mail, you don't have a problem. Even if I don't respond promptly, like if you send an email and I'm not responding promptly, I will definitely get back. I will definitely get back to you. Yeah, within the same day. I try and answer my mails or respond to my mails same day. It depends on the time of the day you sent it. If I'm at work, work has to be over. Immediately I see the mail, I join, respond, and yeah. So I don't take long, like days, in returning an email. Once you send an email, I go into it and then I respond and help in any way that I can. Yeah, in any way that I can. That is the essence of our lives. And that is the essence of our lives. Okay, so if any questions, you can come back always. Can come back always. Can come back always. So I have 25 minutes to wrap up. 25 minutes to wrap up. Going live is actually not easy. Sitting up straight. After yesterday's live, I was wondering if I could come live again today. I was really, really wondering if I could come live again today because I was very tired. Very, very tired. Really tired. But when I remember that some people couldn't get me live, I was like, oh, I really have to help. I really have to help. I really have to help. So let me come out again to do the needful. That's why, so this particular live, I didn't share. I didn't talk about it much like I did for the one I did yesterday. The one I did yesterday, I shared it as far back as Thursday. So people were well informed. People knew that I'll be going live so they could join. But with this particular one, it was just impromptu. I didn't plan much. So now maybe if I'm even going to go live like once a week, I'll make the advertisements way ahead. I'll make the advertisements way ahead of time before I come live. Okay. Before I come live. Okay, hold on a moment. Let me close my windows. It's getting cold. It's getting really cold. About entering winter, and we don't know. We don't know what to expect. The weather is not funny. The weather is not funny, but we have to endure through it all. And imagine a winter when you are working like at a place that's not closer to your home. You are not driving and you have to catch the bus. It's all a challenge. But I always say that, England, UK has value for time. You are working and it's reflecting actually in your life. You see that the money is working, the money is coming. It's not like you are working and you are not seeing nothing. You work and see it as well. You get paid, you see the salary. Even if it's bad, it's not as bad as it used to be from where we came from. It used to be from where we came from. So yeah, isn't bad. It isn't bad at all. It isn't bad at all, at all, at all, at all. It isn't bad at all. It isn't bad at all. It isn't bad at all. Today's life has been very dull, like very dull. I understand, Sha, because it's a weekend and people are planning ahead of tomorrow, how the week will look like, and all that. But I'm glad I did it yesterday too. At least I had the bulk of the people yesterday. Initially, the plan was to do it on Sunday. I was just there and I was like, no, let me do it on, Saturday and see. And I'm glad I did it on the Saturday because I had a lot of people streaming in with me on the Saturday. Streaming in with me on the Saturday. And, you know, if I had pushed all the time and attention to Sunday, a lot of people would have missed. A lot of people would have missed. A lot of people would have missed. So, yeah, it's great having you all. It's great having you all today. It was great. It was great. I have 20 minutes. I have just 20 minutes. 20 good minutes to vanish. 20 minutes to live in peace, to live in peace, to live in peace, and then maybe subsequently, once in a month, we see what goes into it. Subsequently, once in a month, we see how we can do it, how we can do it to help. But I'm excited about this whole life. I'm excited because it's my first live program I did yesterday. My first live program was yesterday's own, and the feedback was great. The feedback was great. The feedback was great. The feedback was great, actually. The feedback was superb. The feedback was superb. The feedback was superb from yesterday's live. From yesterday's live. Okay. Yeah, so have just so few minutes to leave. Just some few minutes. Just some few minutes. Just some few minutes to leave. Oh, okay, Ivan. So is this your actual account or is this your actual account? Is this your actual account? Okay, okay, okay. So I get you. I get you now. I get you now, Ivan. I get you now. So yeah, once you have my email, you don't have a problem. At any time, can always come back. Can always come back. Can always come back. Can always come back. I'm trying to do a lot of things at the same time. So my mind is on the live, my mind is at another place on the same PC. I'm doing certain things as well. I'm doing certain things as well. I'm doing certain things as well. So yeah, I think I will be vanishing soon. Vanishing soon. Vanishing soon. Vanishing soon, 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 soon. Okay, so what is that? That is that. That is that. That is that. I'm already feeling sleepy. I'm already feeling sleepy. I'm already feeling sleepy. I'm already feeling so sleepy. So yeah, there we go. Today's live video has been amazing too. Has been amazing. Like if I knew live streams were this good. Oh, if I knew live streams were this good, I would have been doing more live rather than spending so much time doing videos. We're doing more live. I'll be doing more live rather than doing. I'm actually taking a picture of something on another website doing another thing. I want to take a picture of that thing before I lose sight of it. Before I lose sight of it. Okay. I have 15 minutes to leave. Oh, goodness. I have 15 minutes to leave. 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 I have 15 minutes. Fifteen minutes to leave in peace. Leave and leave and leave and leave and leave. And leave and leave and leave and leave. Da, 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 da. Okay. Glory is back. You say I really love your channel. You inspire me a lot. Thank you. I asked the question, Glory. I don't know if you were off. I asked the question that are you the Glory I know? Is it the Glory I know already about OET? Have you cleared your OET already? Have you cleared your OET already? I asked, but it looks like you were offline. And I thank God I'm inspiring you. Thank God I'm inspiring you. You'll be writing in December. Okay, okay. Or you had a date, right? Because a lot of people are struggling with getting dates. A lot of people I know are struggling with getting dates, especially those in Ghana. They are not getting dates for this year. They were all told to do it next year. And now some are opting to write OET at home, which is going to be accepted by the NMC of UK from the 10th. From the 10th of August this month, October, NMC of UK is going to accept OET. Once I pass, I will still let you know. I'll be writing in Dubai. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great because the Nigerian center is full. As of now, it's full up till next year, somewhere January, February. So it's good you are writing outside. At least you had a date within the year. You had a date within the year. The UK is still running, needing nurses. Nurses will always be in need as far as the UK is concerned. So the jobs are here. The jobs are here. Now, even a lot of people are doing direct application. They are not going through agencies again. Once they have their money, they are not going through agencies again. They are doing their own thing because now you don't pay for the immigration health surcharge and the visa fee is reduced. You just pay $316 and then you book for your tickets and then you off you go. So you say your exams date is 19th. I wish you the very best. I'm glad you had a date actually. I'm very glad you had a date. I'm glad you had a date and nail it once. OET is achievable. It's really achievable to nail OET once. It's very achievable getting OET at first attempt once you put in lots of effort. I remember with mine, I told myself nothing will make me write OET twice. Nothing will make me write OET twice. So I was head on. I was head on, all around the place, doing everything to help myself. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't relenting. At a point, my mommy saw me and she was like, "You look like a ghost." And I told her, "I know what I want." Today, it has paid off. It has paid off so well. So put in every effort, every strength, energy, everything you need to put in. Just put it in. If you write on the 19th, it means by next January, by a month, by January, mid-January, you should have your results. By mid-January, and I know you are going to make it. Yeah, I know you are going to make it. I know you are going to make it once and for all. Once and for all. Actually, with OET, there is no difficulty in OET. With the general modules and everything is just easy. Once you know the structure and the way the test is, you put in lots of effort, you are going to do it. You are going to do it. With the research, I give you tips on reading part C on my video. It's not easy. Reading part C actually is something that most people find challenging. Something that most people find challenging. But with reading part C, what I used to do to help myself, I don't like reading myself. I am not a fan of reading at all. I don't like to read. So anything that has long passages puts me off. But fortunately, God being so good, on my test date, reading part C was the cheapest. Reading part C was the cheapest. It was the part A that I was really not sure about. The part C was very cheap. You read it, you see the answer, bam. You read it, you see the answer. So with reading part C, what you have to do, what they mostly do is that they use synonyms a lot. They use synonyms a lot. So when you read a question for reading part C, first read the question, make sure you understand the question, and then look for the important points in the question. Sometimes they will ask except, but, those things, except, but, Only also, those things are prompters. They tell you what you should actually look out for. Another thing is to look out for synonyms because you don't find the exact word in the question being the same in the paragraph. So they will change the word by to mean the same. They mean the same. So look for synonyms. Once you look for those pointers, you look for the key words in the question. You underline those keywords. You try to look for the synonym of those keywords. Then you go to the passage. And mostly it follows an order. That's the beauty of the reading part C. It follows. So if you find question one's answer in paragraph one, question two's answer will follow like that. Question three will follow. So it's not like you're going to find question one's answer in paragraph three, and you're going to find question three's answer in paragraph two, and you'll be going back and forth. No, it follows that order. So as you are reading, you just follow, you don't go back and forth. So when you take your question one, you read the first paragraph and match the keywords that you have in the paragraph to the passage you are reading. You are likely to find your answer around that same circle. Around that same circle. It all comes with constant practice. It all comes with constant practice. When I was practicing too, I found the passage, the party, to be very challenging for me. It was something I couldn't get used to. And I was always fighting with my tutor. We can fight. I will call him and it's not like blows fighting, but frustration fight. I will fight him the whole time because I'm not getting it. And he's like, take your time. So at a point when I got to understand how I could blend the synonyms with the passage and all that, I appreciated it more. And by the grace of God, on my test date, the part C was cheaper even than the part B and A that I was confident in. And I can say that is the part C that made me pass the reading because I had just 316 reading. And it's the part C that made me pass my OET reading. So part C, once you get used to identifying keywords, nobody can teach it better. With OET part C, nobody can teach it better. Okay, nobody can teach it better. It comes with constant practice. Even those who teach, they have problem with going about it. And I was using also on video. You're asking if I can recommend videos on YouTube. I was using E2 language. E2 language with J. He's called J. He's also on YouTube. E2 language. If you search for him on YouTube, you are going to find him. He also teaches so well, especially with OET reading. He has videos that he has done already on the OET various components and all that. So you can check up on his videos. He also does very well. And there also is one other person, OET with Steve. He helps in writing. OET with Steve is for writing. He also does well in the writing. Jay does well with the listening and reading, and then Steve does well with the writing. Trust me, none of them can teach you better. None of them can teach you better, but they tell you at least some spotlights and some things to look out for. With mastering it, it comes with constant practice, constantly practice. And if you are the glory, I know that you had Tuition with Success Academy. I spoke with the tutor actually, so he released some materials on the page, so you can download it if you are on the WhatsApp page that he created for you guys. The materials are there, so you can just download them. He gave a lot of reading materials. I've seen some. Because I'm on some of his pages, not all. Yeah. So he has released some materials on the OET page, on the WhatsApp page he gave for the groups, and they are using them. So download them. They are also really helpful. Those materials are really helpful. The reading are many in the books. The ones he has given out are actually the books that are the when you're practicing OET, you end up using like any materials. You end up frustrating yourself because some of the materials are not authentic. But this particular materials he gave out, You say you left the group out of anger, then please contact him to add you. If you have his number, let him add you to the group or let him forward the materials to you. So I get the materials and you practice with them because those materials are organic ones. They are the proper OET materials. Hannah Hartford and one other. Is it Anna or Hannah? I'm not so sure. Those books. I've seen that he has given them on most of the pages that he teach. On some of them, not all. Because sometimes I go and give, some support, encouragement to those who are struggling like myself, who are struggling like I used to struggle. So let him contact him. He'll give them to you. You practice them. There are many reading samples there in that book. It's a hefty book. Books is not one book actually. There are books. It has many, many, many reading samples in it. And you don't have his number. Oh, let me check. Let me check if I have his contacts. Let me check if I have his contact. He's an approachable person, just that he's currently busy. He also moved to London. The last time we spoke before, he moved to London. He's busy now. He's also a nurse. So he's busy. I'm typing in his contact for you. Just tell him. Don't let him know that you left out of anger. I beg. Just tell him that you had a problem with your phone. Because you know I'm coming. That's his WhatsApp number he's still using. It's his Ghana line, but he's still using. Let me be sure I have the right number at all. 00. I've added the Ghana code. So it's 0023320752738. So you're saying, oh, you love my humility. Me, with what I've been through in life, my sister, I've been through a lot. I've been through it all, and that has taught me lots of lessons. Lots, especially when I started on this UK journey. Like my humility increased because I had to deal with a lot of things. I had to deal with a lot of things. And I'm a mother of three. I have three kids. So if I'm not humble enough, I don't know how I can raise these children. So I have to calm down. Throughout this process, people have taken my money unlawfully. I couldn't fight them. I couldn't do anything to them. And by the grace of God, after I passed OET, it was a testimony because I was the first Ghanaian to pass OET. So those who treated me unlawfully, some of the classes I attended, they later came back, hosted me on programs. I had to go and have programs for them. They booked me flight in and out, gave me money. The money they took from me, they gave me in double folds. And it's to the glory of God. I also wish I'll meet you someday. I really, really wish I'll meet you. You can call him, please. Call him. He knows you left. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our weaknesses, okay? We all have one way or the other. Me too, there are a lot of things I can't tolerate, honestly. There are a lot of things, and at a point you feel you just have to breathe some air. So you left out of anger, but we are still human. He will understand. He will understand. Perhaps I'm not sure he even remembers this. This thing he doesn't remember. I'm not sure because now he's also very busy here doing like other things. He's also working here, and he has even stopped teaching. He has even stopped teaching. A lot of people are still contacting me to ask if they can take tuition with him, but he can't take them for now. He's just concentrating on the ones that he has already taught, just to make sure that they all pass, he clears them. So he just gives them materials from time to time, cross-check their work for them and all that. So you can contact him, feel free. Ask him like you lost his contact or he left you didn't leave out of anger. He doesn't know you left out of anger. He doesn't know. He know you left, but I'm not sure he knows it's because of anger you left. Okay, so try and contact him, and it will be of help. I'm bringing my life to an end. I'm bringing my live chat, my live stream to an end. I promised myself 3 hours, and I've done exactly 3 hours and even 2 minutes more. I think I have to rest because next week is a crazy one. From Monday going, it's another game. It's another game, so I have to run. Okay. So, Glory, please contact him. Myself, I know you have my number. Give me a hi on WhatsApp. Okay, give me a hi on WhatsApp, Glory, so that I get your contacts as well. The people are many, so sometimes I just mess up the phone and all. Everything goes back. I don't have your contact. I'm not sure. Maybe I have it or I've lost something. So give me a hi. I think I need to rest. Okay, I need to rest. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Vandan, I can see you. You said I should take rest. Okay, I'm going to rest. I want to rest for tomorrow. Tomorrow by 8 a.m., my taxi is picking me up to Canterbury, to another town. We are going to have some, programs there. And the taxi is supposed to pick me up at 8. So I have to rest well for tomorrow. So thank you all. Thank you so much. I will end and we'll meet again. If you have any questions, please DM me, send me an email or Instagram or Facebook, anywhere. Okay. We'll meet again. Thank you. Bye.